What's up? Welcome back. Just wanted to make a quick video over tonight's slate. I know it's late, and honestly, didn't do a lot of research. I just kind of looked at it. Um, Starting with pitching, huge fan of Giolito. Think he's the real deal. Angels lineup don't really strike out a lot, but compared to the other guys, I think he gives you the most upside. Now he's 9-2, which is a little expensive, but I think there's hitters you can get away with. Makes it more respectable. Let's see. Yeah, let's look at this view. Really Bundy on the other side. I don't. I know the weather's the best in this game, but I really don't think that total hits. Two good pitchers. I know it's two good lineups, but White Sox without Eloy, I really think it's going to hurt them all year. I know they have Jose and Yohan, Yasmani, whatever, yada yada. I get it, but Zach Collins, he's all right. Madrigal, whatever you say his name. I like him as a baseball player, but as a DFS hitter, he doesn't really scare me. Tim Anderson's solid. Eaton, I don't know why he's batting two. I don't know why Vaughn's not up there, but that's not on me. Anyway, so Angels lineup is great. Trout, obviously the GOAT. Shohei's on fire. Rendon's amazing. But besides that, I mean, it's the same old, same old. I like Fletcher as a hitter. I mean, I like him as a baseball player, but DFS, nah. Upton is so streaky. I'm going to talk about hitters later, but Pujols, Iglesias, Stassi, yada, yada, whatever. So Greinke, Bassett, I think Houston personally is going to come out the gates hot, just because of what happened last year. I think they're going to not they're just tired of it. That's kind of they're egotistic, and I like Bassett as a pitcher, but he's tough. The Houston lineup's tough, so excuse me. I like Houston a lot tonight as an offense. So I'm not really going Bassett at all. Greinke, I just don't think he's there anymore. I know he's smart, but smart doesn't do amazing. And the Athletics lineup. I mean, we're talking about the 3-game slate here, so we gotta be really particular where we're going. Greinke's there, he's all right. Bassett's there, he's all right. Now the last game, I know it's the lowest total, but I don't really agree with it. I agree this being the middle. I think these two should be switched. Marco Gonzalez limits damage. That's all he does. He's not a good DFS pitcher. I mean, he's kind of like Kyle Hendricks, and we saw what happened today. I don't think San Fran's going to really tag him, but I mean, he's got to pitch 6 clean innings to really make that tag. And we saw, Hendricks, I was all in on him, but I said, BABIP and just baseball on paper doesn't always make sense. So I'm not really sure if I would go Gonzalez now. I'm running 20 lineups out there. I'll have a little bit of each. And then last but not least, I know everybody's on the Gosman train. Listen, the guy's been thrown around. I know he finished the year good last year. He's kind of getting lit up in spring training. I'm not saying he's a horrible pitcher, but in a 3-game slate, we got to pick on somebody. So, not really in order. I'm picking both Giolito and Bundy in most of my lineups, and then sprinkling in kind of these two, and then to follow up, they're going to be my lowest percentages. I know Gossman is projected to be the highest owned, and I think that's a price play. I don't hate the idea. I just don't think it's there. I think there's so much salary you can get up to these points, and it'll be fine. So hitting wise, 1 to 2 offs, maybe 3 mans in this area. That's the obvious names: Tim Anderson, Abreu, Moncada, Grandal. Garcia's on fire in spring training. I don't mind the dart. Robert or Robert, depending on which country. Zach Collins is my favorite punt play for catcher. Really point per dollar, he's probably my favorite catcher. Madrigal, I mean, dude, he needs like 2 hits and a steal to make that up. I know it's 2-6, but it's just not there. Angels, I mean, it's the same names: Shohei, Trout, Rendon, Upton. Pujols hitting a little better, but I mean, dude, if you catch Pujols home run, you're on one. Iglesias kind of the same way. It's random home run. Stassi, no. See, I don't like him as a catcher. Fowler, I know he has good BVP, but I don't know what happened to him in the last few years. But as for the Astros lineup, I really like the core main of this lineup, the main four. It's one of my favorite stacks, actually. So run Bregman, Tucker, Correa, Jordan right there is solid. I love Jose as a player. I'm a Rangers fan. I can still say it. He's just, man, I think he's in his own head. And looking at spring training stats, it doesn't look like he's changed. Now, will I throw a few darts at him? Sure. But at like a $5 price tag, I mean, it's just, it's not worth it, right? So I like the stack. I know they're going to score. I know this thing's going to rotate. I called the Rangers game, not to this extent, but I did call that game has a chance to rotate and just weird little numbers happen. But I called that game for a price per dollar play too. So I'm going to stay in the middle. Sprinkle in a Brantley, few Altuves, not really Gurriel, Strahl, Maldonado. I mean, 4K, like, come on. I know he can get a home run every now and then, but come on. So main four, that core. Oakland, so I do like pretty much this four right here as well with Sean Murphy. Everybody else is, Mark he's so hit or miss. These four, I love Moreland as the left side. I love Olsen on the left side having a good spring training. Chapman's raking. Ramon's raking. Good BVP. I like these four right here. Jed, we know it. I mean, I like Jed as a person, and I'm glad he's back, playing. But it's a dart. It's 2-7. I get it. Throw it out there if you want to, but he's not going to be in like a main build of mine. Murphy's a good hitter, just period. Pinder usually smashes lefties. He's all right. Elvis, I love my man, but he's kind of falling off. Might get you a couple hits. Got to beg for a steal. At this age, you're going to need a double. He plays good in Oakland. Maybe hits one of those YOLOs. Maybe throw a dart at it. Sam Fran here. I get Marco doesn't get hit hard. That's just kind of his MO. But Slater's smoking the ball. I mean, Yaz is just a good hitter. Solano, Longoria, Flores, Posey. I mean, Dubon. Look at their spring training stats. I know I don't have them in front of me. This is supposed to be like a last minute. If you listen to me, give it a YOLO. But there's some hitters, if you look at spring training, they're smoking the ball right now. So I really think they could get over that 4 number. As for a stack, there's not really an in order, which you don't necessarily need. It's a 3-game slate. But I think you can run 5-man here and be okay. Now, it's about which 5, right? Brandon Crawford's hitting good right now, but he typically hits righties better. Flores is great. Brandon Belt's hitting okay. I mean, Price, he's not my guy. So this is a cheap lineup if you want to go with those top 2 and then throw in a few Houston. I think you can afford it. But I like this right here. And, again, I like Seattle. I'm a huge Mitch Haniger fan. Ty France smoking the ball. Seager, I'm pretty sure has good BVP and is crushing the ball. Evan White is weird. Evan White has it's that salary play, right? But I don't think you need him. I really don't. I mean, I get he's 4-hole. If it rotates, it's going to happen. So you got to have him in some of your builds. But he's not a main piece of mine. Now, this is my main piece right here. Taylor Trammell. Dude's 2K. He won a spot over 2 big-time prospects. He's smoking the ball. He's had his dues, been traded around. I think he's ready to prove himself. Gosman, you're getting smoked tonight. Now, I don't think it's going to be some crazy thing like a 10-run game, but this is my lineup of the night is Seattle. Fraley, I don't like the punt as much. Throw a dart at it, but don't go all in. I think I hedged Trammell over 50% to give you an idea. So I like him. JP struggling. I loved him as a prospect. He still hasn't. He's just so risky, so up and down. But that's really where I'm at. Tom Murphy as the catcher again. I think there's better plays. We talked about him a little bit, but again, last game for hitting. It's kind of in order. Pitching, here and there, hitting. My opinion, I get it, but throw that out there. Have some fun. Like and follow, man. I'm just starting, so I'm not very good at all of it, but I enjoy it. I love it. I know the game, so let's roll.